He was accused of faking a racially charged attack. He said that two guys attacked him, poured a chemical on him, yelled MAGA country, and left a noose around his neck. There was no video found of the incident despite cameras all over the area. Two brothers were taken in and questioned. So lots of kind of shady stuff going on because police and the prosecutor's office and the mayor of Chicago all saying this guy, all signs point to guilty, but somebody is having the power to let him off. So a lot of big talker stuff today. They're going to be talking about that on the Today Show. Okay, the bridge pusher out of Clark County, Washington. That's the girl who pushed her friend off the Lewis River Bridge. She's going to be formally sentenced today in court. She's already accepted a plea deal for community service. And what was the other one, producer Jess? Community service and house arrest. Thank you. So we're going to be kind of hearing an end to that case. So that's big. Also, this was our big talker story of the day. First grade firearms training. So there's a bill down in Salem right now that would teach gun safety classes to first graders in Oregon. And the idea is bring in some professionals, don't use real guns in the training, teach those little kids the difference between what is a fake gun and what is a real gun. What should they do if they come across a gun in their house or somewhere? And what is the difference between video game violence and real violence? So it's kind of a question. Is first grade too young? Or is it the right age to start teaching that stuff? So let's take a look at some of your comments because people really weighing in on this. Who would be teaching this, Remy says? Not this first grade teacher. Linda Vickery says, we took hunter safety class in grade school. I still have my patch. Angela says, as an eye injury prevention nurse, this is a smart approach. Or you could just bury your head in the sand. Your choice. Okay, that's a good way to put it. Tristan says, I see nothing wrong with teaching safety. Yeah, is it too young, though, to be learning about guns? Or do you kind of accept more information when you're younger and can kind of learn from that as you age? So Paula says, absolutely not. It's a family decision whether to own firearms and to educate their kids regarding them. It's the school's job to educate the kids in math, reading, science, etc. So we did a viewer voice poll on this. We have the kind of latest votes, and 62% of you are saying that yes, kids in first grade should be taught gun safety, and 38% of you saying no, it's too young. So they're doing just the first public reading of this. This is going to, this is far from becoming a law, so we're going to be following that bill through Salem. We'll let you know what happens later tonight on KGW, but you can continue to vote on our KGW news app. So let's see. Okay, next up. Oh boy, have you guys gotten a Powerball ticket? I bought 2 yesterday. Rod, you got how many?
Yes.
How many tickets do you buy normally?
Well, a Powerball, I acknowledge that my chance is not really that great.
Oh, yeah.
So obviously. I only buy usually one play. So it's $2 and you get one line of numbers.
Right.
But Washington Lotto tonight is up over 6 million, and for the Washington game, that's actually pretty high. It doesn't get over 6 million very often.
Right.
So I'm going to spend. It's going to be a little crazy. I'm going to spend like $5 on Washington Lotto to see if I can win, because somebody in the state of Washington will actually win that with me.
Yeah, that's how that works.
Unless it was somebody traveling through, and that would be really annoying. If it's a traveler that doesn't live in our state,
you're discriminating.
That would be really annoying. The more I think about that, the more fired up I get. Yes.
Yeah, okay. I bought 2 Powerball tickets for myself yesterday. We went on a walk and walked into the local mini mart. And the first ticket I got, it was all numbers in the 20s.
Yeah.
And I thought, well, there's a lot of options. It goes up to what, 68 or something?
Yeah.
So I said, I don't want numbers all. Give me another ticket. So I got 2.
You had to buy another ticket.
It was more of a, I bought another ticket.
Yeah.
And was more of a, range of numbers. So I feel better about that one. It had a teen number, it had a 40, it had a 60 something.
So if you win, do you think it would be appropriate if you just come into work one last time
I'm quitting.
and just pass out $100 bills to everybody in the building?
You won't see me again. Well, so this is what.
Okay, how about $50 bills? I could be at $20 bills.
I'll give you $50, Rod, for sure. So the strategy, you know, Kyle Avoshi did an investigation
Yes,
on
I
this. He
remember
talked
the
to all
story,
of
yeah.
all of the past lottery winners in Oregon. It was fascinating, and some of them didn't even want to show their face.
Yeah.
So in Oregon, we are a mandated state where they have to release your name if you
Right.
win the lottery. In Washington, I think you can keep that private.
Can you?
I don't know. Let me
Okay.
know if that's
All right.
wrong. I think that's right. And okay, we'll get to that in just one second, Director Brian. So in Oregon, you have to say your name. You get all your ducks in a row. Do not tell anyone. Don't
Or
even
your
turn in
beavers
the
in a
ticket.
row. You can
Get
do
all
that
your
too.
ducks and beavers in a row.
Or your pilots.
Get a CPA. Get it in, you know, like a money manager. Figure out all that stuff, and at
Yeah.
the last minute, I mean, don't tell anyone. If you can change your name, maybe
Except for your
that
favorite
next
weatherman.
time. Yeah, give Rod 50.
Should always have a close relationship with your weatherman.
And then one of these guys said his phone rang, 24 hours a day through the night with money managers, people wanting money. They find out your name and they contact you and they want all kinds of stuff. So just put your phone in a drawer for a couple weeks and go into hiding.
Yeah.
So you don't have to give it all away.
I got a couple places I could hide. I mean, Tahiti comes to mind. There's lots of places to hide, right?
Yeah, just put it on the credit card until you get paid. You know, who cares? Okay, we want to show you some breaking news right now. Where can we see this, Brian? Here we go. This is I-84 at 238. This is a car on fire. Is this a freeway on-ramp, possibly, it looks like? Okay, it looks like possibly a freeway on-ramp. And this is one of our ODOT cameras. You don't even see any fire personnel or anyone here yet on scene. Do we know anything more about this? Okay. This just showed up on our ODOT cameras, I'm being told. So we're kind of watching this, and yeah, Chris McGinnis will pop in and kind of let us know, you know, if this is going to affect you getting on the freeway or not off of I-84. Okay, so let's talk about the Blazers' big man, Jusuf Nurkic. And I know if I walk over here, the cell phone signal isn't that great for Instagram, so we'll just keep it over here. But Jusuf Nurkic, he had surgery on his left leg yesterday. Yay! He's getting repaired. He broke that leg, member, Monday night in the game against the Brooklyn Nets when he landed really awkwardly on another player's foot. So he had surgery. Good news is there was no nerve or muscle damage. We don't know a timetable for his return. It might be just at least one season that he is out, possibly two. So that is good news, Miss Brenda Braxton.
I'm super happy about that.
I know.
He's way too young to have
We're
an
pulling
injury
for him.
like that. Exactly.
No kidding. Okay, so you and I are going to be talking about, let me get my sheet out here. TikTok, the TikTok app. We were talking about this in the morning show. Let's come over to the desk so I can.
You go get situated.
I know, there's a lot going on. Let's set Instagram, you folks over here. Flip you around. Hi. Hello, good morning, Judy. Good morning, Lula. Good morning, Ketchum Bryce. Good morning, Alec Shepard. Hi, guys. Hi, Instagram.
Nice.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sorry about that light right there.
So
Okay.
you did the whole thing. You did a big kind of piece on TikTok, which targets young kids. I don't
Right.
know, maybe targets, and it's super popular with young kids, but there's some hinky things that parents may be a little bit concerned
TikTok
with.
is the new app. It's bigger than Twitter. It's bigger than Snapchat. I've never heard of it because I'm
Yours
old.
are too little.
You
Yeah, mine are
downloaded it
too old.
today.
I did because I wanted to see what it
looks
was
really
after
fun.
I am
So you
now
make,
an
like,
official
15-second
TikTok.
Yeah, 15-second videos that are kind of edited together to like in a music video format. It's really fun and goofy, and it's supposed to be like that. Their target audience, it starts at 13 years old and up, because under 13, you can't really do much with the app. But it makes your profile public by default, so anyone out there can
Which
send
is
you
the
messages.
problem. Exactly.
And it kind of does like a geolocation thing, so within a radius of where you are, those people can see your posts and send you messages. So imagine your 13-year-old son or daughter getting messages from adult strangers. But you can turn it to private, and we showed you some of those ways to do those settings on your phone. I mean, are you so glad you did not have to worry about this when your kids were younger?
I did, but there is something about being on either apps or games or whatever that is just hypnotic for the kids. And I think in hindsight, I would have clamped down on all of it a lot harder. I think, 25 years ago when my oldest was born, it just it wasn't really on our radar in the same way, but that would concern me big time.
Yeah.
It just would. I'd rather be a little overprotective when it came to social media than too permissive, and then oops. Like, they'll get it eventually.
Yeah, no kidding. So what do you think I should do? I mean, my daughter's only 18 months, so we got a little bit ways to go. But like and I just don't even want to give her a phone or a device.
You know what we did? We
like,
finally, and I know a lot of parents do this.
Middle school.
Right. But we finally gave my youngest a smartphone when she was in soccer, and she was going, I think she was 10 or 11, probably 10. But she would be out at practice and she'd need to call us and say, you know, something is different or whatever. So when she was kind of out of our grasp a little bit, that's when we kind of said, okay, you can have a smartphone.
Yeah.
But you almost have to be, they are so sneaky, and not even just in kind of that inquisitive, curious way. It's hard to keep up with everything that your kids know. You wait, when Paloma gets to be older, God only knows what's going to be out there as far as what you'll have to figure out, because you've got it dialed in now, but just wait.
And you're going to have to check their phones, like what apps have they downloaded, you know, and then
I know
have
a lot
to
of parents say, put it here. In our room, you don't have it at all.
Yeah, good luck with that.
Oh my gosh, let me just tell you before, okay, this is like a little bit of an aside, but when my son was in middle school, and it was before unlimited texting, not before, but we thought we
charges
had
like
given
10 cents
him
each time,
unlimited texting, and something got fouled up, and his dad didn't get it done, and I opened my AT&T bill, and it was like $300, and I was like, what? And it was all to one number, some cute little girl. And I was like, I was having a conniption. When he came home, he walked through the door, and I was just like, Zach. And then he confessed, and he goes, what can I do to make this right?
I have reached out to a number of parents via Facebook who commented on our thread.
I'm hearing Christine.
And then I was going to reach out to
Christine.
Christine, your microphone is hot.
You're hot. I hope you're not saying anything bad about us.
I don't think so.
Oh no, it's happening.
Oh, we got it.
Director Brian said, yeah, thanks for that.
You guys can't hear that on Instagram, but hey, Bentley says, good morning, ladies.
Hey, good morning.
Good morning. Hello from the Midwest, says KP.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Here's another topic for you guys that you just told me in my ear.
Okay, tell me.
Male birth control.
About time. Don't you think?
Yes.
Yes.
I do.
Although, you know what? I don't know. I was talking to Nina offline, and I said, because, you know, we're the ones that get pregnant, do you want to trust that to the guy? And you said you want, well, what was the thing that you said that was cute?
We need two goalies.
That's right.
Put a goalie on each end.
There you go.
You know, because we're doing all the defense over here.
Yes, we are.
Yeah.
So there's a new birth control pill that they're testing, and initial safety tests showed that it was safe. University of Washington is doing it up in Seattle. Works pretty much like the female pill.
Right.
But the guys.
They said it's 10 years away, though. 10 years away.
I know.
Come on.
But our director's like, come on. Yeah. Oh, look who shows up now.
Can I just say that we men have enough responsibility?
What?
No, you cannot.
Do you want, I mean, okay. Yeah. Don't you want to know, like, whether you could have a kid out there or not?
I feel like this is getting TMI. Don't answer it, Rod.
I mean, not you
Walk
personally,
back.
but like guys.
Walk
you
back.
Know? Don't you want to ensure?
Come back here. I'm teasing you.
Everything is, you know, on the up and up, and like you have your goalie, and she has her goalie, and you know.
Look, I'm fine.
Nothing that you say is going to be okay.
I don't know if this is controversial, but I was saying, like, everyone knows the activity of, you know, some professional athletes who, you know, I mean, they travel city to city. They meet ladies. Ladies follow them to their hotel rooms.
I'm not athletic enough to have any problems.
No, you don't have this issue. But I'm saying, like, for guys like that, wouldn't that be kind of peace of mind to just be able to take a pill and not worry about it, you know?
Yeah,
I mean,
probably.
just ensure, because there's a lot of people out there that say, oh, if I get pregnant, I get attached to this guy and his money for at least the next 18 years, even if she says, oh, I'm on birth control or whatever.
I'm not saying she's a gold digger.
Right.
I just want to sing that Kanye song.
Right?
Exactly.
So if the guy takes a pill, he knows it's going to be all good, you know?
Well, you know, it's been I mean, how many years ago did the pill come out? I mean, it's time to start switching it up. Even if it's another decade, eventually they'll get it right.
I was going to say, there are other ways to make sure you don't have any little ones walking around that you don't know about.
That's true. So you're talking abstinence? Look, he doesn't even want to mention the word.
It's like the old saying. It's like, we know how these things happen.
Yes.
So they're actually pretty avoidable.
Well,
that's no fun.
Millions of cases, it hasn't happened that way.
So, are you going to dig him out of this topic?
No.
Come on.
Look at the body language here. The arms are crossed. Coffee's hiding behind the coffee cup.
This is called avoidance.
I know it is.
This is very safe.
Let's get on to a topic that you know a lot about, which is weather today. Give us a little update of what's going to happen.
Now you want to talk to me.
Yeah,
it's safe.
Let me take my safe body.
That's your safe space.
Over here, okay? Let me look at our day planner. Well, we're at 42 degrees right now. This is a day that I think plays out a lot like Monday. Remember Monday we had the dry morning, and then it was really wet in the afternoon. We picked up 33/100ths of an inch. So today the rain chances start around noon. I'm not sure if we actually get rain that soon or if this moisture kind of holds off until a little bit later in the day. But eventually by mid-afternoon, confidence spread had to be wet. And we could get up to about a quarter of an inch of rain. And then we're in a scattered shower pattern through the day tomorrow. The weekend, though, still looks really good. Okay. I think Matt had us at 69 on Saturday. I chickened out a little bit and kept the high at 66. But the weekend's going to be nice this week.
I vote for Matt then.
There you go.
So, just in the weather department. I'm usually on Rod's side.
Yes, dear.
You're going to be doing something super fun on Friday.
Oaks
Rod
Park.
on the road. You're going to Oaks Park.
Yeah, it's going to be fun.
Yeah.
So I forgot they open up for spring break traffic, if you will. Right. So they've been open this week. So I guess we're going to go out there and find out, do they have anything new that everybody will, would like to know about for this upcoming season?
I want to know what the highest and most loop-de-loop roller coaster is that you can go on.
Remember they put that new roller coaster, what did it last year? They opened up a new roller coaster. So they're getting a little bit more on the kind of young adult stage where, much of the park is still, I think, for the little ones. But let me tell you, I love Oaks Park. And assuming they haven't raised the prices, I really think it's one of the better consumer values in our area.
Yeah.
You don't go there and feel like they're charging too much. You don't feel like you're getting ripped off. It's usually nice and clean. It's a beautiful setting along the river. I'm a big Oaks Park person. I think for what it is, it's really nice. I have roller skated, and of course they have that roller skating hall right there.
I can see you being really good at roller skating. Just like doing the cross moves and like maybe a twirl or something.
What you're saying is,
can you try that? Can you roller
skate
skate
can see me having skills. I don't know what we're doing. You know what we're actually doing? We're making some phone calls. We're trying to round up a group of kids, like a Girl Scout troop or something, because it's spring break, kids are out of school, where they would be willing to get up early and ride some of the rides with us. So we're hoping to do that Friday morning at Oaks Park.
Yeah, you want to have some of your kids, and you could ride them free, or they're going to open up super early for us on Friday. So really fun. All right, Rod, good deal.
Okay.
Get your iron stomach ready for Friday. We're going to send you on those roller coasters.
It's funny, and I guess this is not unusual, right? The things that bother our bodies physically as we get older, you were fine with when you were younger. Because none of that was bothersome to me when I was young, but as I've gotten older, the things that twirl you around in a circle, I nearly lose it.
Me too.
My stomach doesn't like that anymore.
Yeah, I don't want to see live vomit.
Which brings me to the putt-putt golf course, which is fantastic at Oaks Park.
You'll have to do a little round. Yeah, you'll have to do a little round. Okay, so we are monitoring. Here's Chris McGinnis, because we're watching some traffic stuff this morning. So Chris, tell us what we got.
Well, so we had a couple of issues. First off, just a couple of minutes ago, we had a
car fire.
Actually fully engulfed. Yeah, that's actually another scene.
Okay.
So I'll get back to that. We had a fully engulfed SUV on the exit ramp from I-84 east into Wood Village. The ramp right now is still closed. Looks like the fire's out.
Okay.
There was a big response around that, obviously. And the one that we were looking at live just a few minutes ago,
back to that?
was a rollover crash on Northeast Marine Drive near 122nd Avenue. And right now I can tell you that Marine Drive is closed, or was closed. In fact, there you go. Yeah, there's no traffic getting through there right now. Marine Drive at 122nd closed. So you're going to want to, if you're watching us now about to hit the roads, use Airport Way or Sandy Boulevard to get around.
And I was reading on scanner reports saying they were having to cut out one of the patients from the car, and
so no word on the
drive. So dangerous. We see so many car
extent
accidents
of injuries out there. we will certainly keep you posted on that.
Yeah. Okay. You were talking about roundabouts.
Yeah, we've been talking. Well, so we were last week, of course, was the roundabout week, and we had, there's new ones coming to Washougal. I had a viewer in McMinnville reach out to me and say, Chris, you got to see how we're not dealing so well with the new roundabout on the northwest corner of McMinnville. And then I had a viewer say to me, Chris,
look at this.
You ain't seen nothing yet. Check that out. Okay, so
this?
You are looking at the Swindon roundabout. It is a 7-circle roundabout in Swindon, England. That's about 80 miles west of London. And it's actually, if you watch it from a distance, it's like something right out of a physics equation, or, like, I feel like we're taking, like, we're watching flow charts and whatnot. It's actually a thing of beauty to watch the cars go around this thing when they're not getting in fender benders. 7 circles, all in that one big circle.
Like you just need one. Like they're all going either straight.
There is method to the madness.
Okay.
It seems to work, but I think I think our viewer was kind of trolling us a little bit and saying, "Oh, you have trouble with the roundabout."
We're wussies, basically.
Check this one out. So that was super cool.
Yeah, you can't go one direction.
You
can't,
like
14 directions.
Now they do drive on the wrong side of the road over there. Yeah. So listen, anyway. I would always love to hear what drives you crazy on the roads, whether it's wacko roundabouts like that one, bad park jobs, bad designs. I actually just got an email from a viewer talking about some street signs over on East Burnside. We're going to go check those out later, but
I posted on Instagram earlier today. You're working on a story about the DMV.
Yes.
And so you were asking people waiting at the DMV, why do you hate going to the DMV?
Right.
And then you asked the people that work at the DMV.
Does the DMV get a bad rap?
Hurt if people
okay, so and Rod, thanks for the tip on this, by the way. The movie Zootopia.
Oh, okay.
Where they go into the DMV and you get the slots.
There. Yeah.
Now, how would you feel if that was the mass perception of you at work?
They
that you
hate
just
coming to your work.
You move like this, and you cost everybody time, and in fact, I think, are we going? Yeah, they're looking for it right now. There you go.
Zootopia.
So they walk in, they're in a hurry. All right, we're gonna get this. We're gonna get in and out, and oh no.
Oh, the sloths work there. Yeah, that's perfect.
So this isn't an upcoming. This is a future version of Driving Me Crazy. I'm going to have this hopefully not next week, but I
look at the stapling, so slow.
And so the motivation for going there was twofold. One, I wanted to talk to the workers at the DMV and say, hey, this seems like a slam. How do you feel about this? But we know that it's a perception, and the DMV graciously allowed me to go in and interview some of the folks that were there waiting in line.
Do they have a sense of humor about it?
Of course.
Please tell me. Okay, good.
Of course, yeah, they did. And know this, by the way, the DMV is in the midst of a very long project here. They're a couple years into it now of streamlining it, of getting more services available online so that you can do a lot of simple tasks from the comfort of your own living room. But there are just certain things that you're just going to have to go in. You got to take a driver's
number.
test.
You got to
take a number. It's one of those requisites of just living in this day and age that you got to go get your photo.
The multitude of forms also is like you need form 17C.
Well, because it's
and then you filled out the wrong one. You got to go back and sit down.
And I feel like I'm now defending the DMV. I don't know how I got in this position, but I mean you're right. And there are so many services that the DMV provides.
Yeah.
That you're not just going in there to get
it's
your
boat
coffee.
Registration and like I moved states.
I need a class
title.
ABC license. I need my driver's test. I lost my license. I need a photo ID. I need so you get the idea.
I think that confusion just wears probably on those employees, and that's what makes them
so we're going to talk to them, and I also talked to a couple of younger teenagers that were just getting their permits, and they were super stoked.
Yeah.
They are excited and. Spring break, by the way, the busiest time of the year at the Oregon and Washington.
Interesting. Yeah, okay, very cool. Okay, that's coming up in another Driving Me Crazy.
Yeah.
Chris, thank you so much.
It's snowing in Bend.
Oh, viewer Molly, where's that on Facebook? Says it's snowing in Bend. Hey, Molly Dundas, I see you. It's snowing in Bend. Oh my gosh, yes it is. My husband's over there right now.
Light stuff.
Light stuff,
Just light stuff.
Still, well, I guess it is spring. It's not weird for Bend. Hey, that does it for us on Sunrise Extra. Keep voting in our polls. Send us some comments. Interact with us here while we do the show. We're here every Monday through Friday morning starting at 7 a.m. Have a great day. Bye.